Hello and a very warm welcome to Crucial Choice, the only show of its kind on careers in higher education. I'm your host, Raj Kapoor. In this episode of Crucial Choice, we look at the career prospects in two diverse fields and the required study. So with me are Sarah and Emil. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. Sarah, so you graduated from high school in 2015.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I'm studying early childhood education.
Early childhood education. Wow, what is that about?
Early childhood education, where it focuses more on children's behavior and children's development.
Emil, you're doing 5 A-levels.
That's right.
Okay. What's your future?
So I'm really passionate and interested in taking my career into physics. So my subjects right now point towards the STEM direction, and I really want to pursue academic research. So I've just been accepted to the California Institute of Technology, and I'll be enrolling there this fall. Back in 2015, when LIGO, the laser interferometer in US, it's a laboratory, they announced the discovery of gravitational waves, which is something that Einstein predicted over 100 years ago. And the fact that it took 100 years for current development to catch up with theory is kind of at its groundbreaking. And I'm really interested in kind of pursuing and contributing to the field in that aspect.
I'm sure this is a new thing definitely for me and probably for a lot of our viewers. Can you sort of break that down a little bit more for me? What does it mean for us? What does it mean for the layman?
It means, well, initially people had one idea of how the universe worked, and that was Newton's way of everything. It explained gravitation, and then Einstein just came along and, well, he obliterated that perspective, and he showed us, okay, well, there's this thing called relativity, and that brought us into the era of solar panels, solar cells, kind of how the global digital age is running today. And I think it's also contributing to modernization, especially in central economies. I think pursuing that could lead to further ideas, especially in research, engineering, and technology, which should change the foundation of, well, the world as we know it.
Impressive. So tell us a little bit more about your program, Sarah.
It's a bachelor degree program. I'm studying this program in Help University in Malaysia.
How long is the program?
It's 3 years.
Okay, and what does it look like? What's the, how's the layout of the program?
Okay, so first year is more of theory.
I would imagine that's a pretty big requirement in a program like yours. Where does your internship take place?
We don't choose the daycare or nursery that we want to go do the internship. They have the university or the department, they're the one who chooses for us, pick places for us to go for the internship.
Okay, Sarah, so fast forward. You've earned your bachelor's degree. What's next?
I really, after graduating from Help University, I want to become an educational counselor and focus more on special education needs students.
Interesting. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Those students are, when you see them, they're actually normal, but then they are very slow in understanding. They cannot keep up with the other students in class.
Sarah, this is the first time we've had someone that wants to be a teacher on this show. Such a noble profession.
Thank you.
Do you know about Yes to Malaysia? The biggest Malaysian Education Expo event in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from the 14th to the 16th of June. Offering on-the-spot scholarships and free flight tickets to Malaysia upon registration. Please check out the details on www.yestomalaysia.com. Emil, so where's this going to take you? Where's your degree going to take you?
Well, I've really looked towards research as a prospect. So with the university I've chosen, I'm going to have plenty of offers of research with different people, different institutions all over the United States over the next 4 years. So what I really want to do is kind of capitalize on those research prospects, kind of make the most out of it.
Really interested here, Emil. So how does one make a living conducting research?
I've been thinking about Switzerland as a workplace. They have the Large Hadron Collider, which they collide particles, and the people who work there get paid an immense amount of money. I think it's a lot to sustain a living, and it's also pretty exciting.
What soft skills do you think you need to be a researcher?
I think the most important thing is collaboration, but apart from that, digital skills are quintessential for the role as a whole, because given the computational aspects, which are immense, people need to be familiar with them as a 21st century learning.
Do you feel you're a good team player? Do you collaborate? Have you had instances in your school life so far where you've had to collaborate? Has this built you for this profession that you're going to go into?
Oh yeah, so I've done a lot of debate, and I think that primarily has helped me develop those sort of skills that I need, especially in terms of collaboration, working in a team.
How does good collaboration lead to good research? So I'm going to put you in a situation here, Camille.
Okay.
So let's say you're collaborating with somebody, and somebody throws an idea at you, or someone suggests something, and you really don't like it. What are you going to do?
I'll firstly look at the idea and assess my reasons of why I don't like it, and make sure that they're valid and justifiable. And I'm going to try and compromise a little. I think compromise is really important, but I'm also going to have to try and push my own point as well.
What if you subsequently realize during your analysis that that was a good idea?
I'll get back to it. That's a very important thing in research, realizing that you're wrong, because so many times throughout the entire procedure, you often go back to the paperwork so many times before realizing, oh wait, what I'm working on right now is going to lead me to a dead end. You actually need to work on that idea which you scrapped long ago.
So there's no room for ego?
There isn't.
Thank you. Sarah, what about you? What does the future look like?
Well, after graduating from Help University with the Bachelor degree of Early Child Education, my plan is to continue studying my master's in also Help University, because they offer that too. By the time I finish the bachelor degree, I would know in which area exactly I want to focus. But for now, I would want to focus more on becoming an educational consultant for some students.
Okay. So do you think the master's is something that's necessary?
It is necessary, because it gives you more value when you go, when you apply in schools, or in schools mainly. You'll find more jobs also. It gives you more value.
Okay, so you're putting in a lot of time, for very good reasons, into these credentials. What about a return on your investment? What kind of salary could Sarah hope for?
Well, it depends on the school and how big their salary is. And also depends where I do it. In Malaysia, their salaries are different than here in Dubai.
You're going to Caltech. What does it take to get into Caltech?
Well, aside from the quantitative aspect, which includes the SAT, the APs and examinations that I have done, a lot of focus in the US is put towards the qualitative aspect of how you've nurtured over the last 4 years.
Let's take it from the qualitative side. When you say, the qualitative side is really important, what are you referring to specifically?
Well, most importantly, there's the essays, which show who you are. But in addition, there's also the supplementary forms. So I got to submit an athletic form given my 1500 meter time. I was also given an opportunity to submit music portfolios as well as research portfolios. I got to show my extracurriculars in terms of leadership, in terms of the piano and other things that I've done while at school. And I also think they look at a spike, what sets you apart from other people, but specific to that field. So what have you done that makes you a better engineer than a better doctor per se? And I think what I did was to create a spike in terms of research, in terms of leadership in those sort of aspects, which showed that I was better in this field than in other fields.
Sarah, I'm interested to know, how did you get to university in Malaysia?
Okay, so we went to the consulate and met Awais, and he's the person who spoke about, he showed us numbers of universities in Malaysia, but he focused more on Help University, because Help University focuses more in psychology and education. programs.
HELP University was started in 1986. We started HELP because we wanted to help more students get an affordable degree, a very high quality degree during that time. And of course, over the years, we have now developed ourselves into a multi-campus university. We have 3 campuses right now. We are still a social business enterprise committed to very high quality education for our students.
We have been delivering postgraduate education since 1986, and today we have graduated more than 2,000 students. Our graduate schools offer more than 14 taught masters and 3 research degrees. And I must say that we are really proud to be one of probably the largest postgrad school in Malaysia.
We are doing quite a lot of research across a whole range of different areas. Although we focus primarily on enterprise leadership and management, actually a lot of our research projects are across different subjects, including psychology and social sciences and law and even IT.
All our programs are professionalized by international professional bodies. For instance, our Masters of Project Management is accredited by the Project Management Institute of the United States, and our MBA and DBA are accredited by the Chartered Management Institute of the UK.
When I wanted to study psychology, actually my parents were really supportive. They told me to go for my dreams, but then people around me, they thought like the most that I could do is probably just be the school counselor, but they're wrong. There's so many things that psychology can do to not just me, but to everyone around.
From my parents, because to them, psychology is not even in the picture. It's normally engineers, doctors, teachers, lawyers, but psychology is such an abstract thing to them.
Here in HELP University, it's really comfortable, and what I'm learning now is not just for my future, but for my daily life. I'm a better person now.
After 7 years of running the family business, I decided to follow my dream and study psychology, and I found HELP program is really very convenient for me, and because I'm interested in Asian culture and Malaysia. In Malaysia you can find 3 different cultures, so you're going to it's just like a window to look through whole Asia.
We are also very strong in psychology. In fact, we are probably the largest psychology school in the whole of Southeast Asia.
Psychology, especially in HELP, helps you discover different areas which we can affect life, such as marketing or advertisement.
How psychology can be applied other than the soft skills, personality as a person. It's not just reading minds, and that's actually a myth. It's not reading minds, it's just predicting behavior.
We are connected with a number of top universities in the world, and they end up finishing their degrees in some of the top universities. For example, University of Queensland, which is a group of 8 institutions. So a number of students, not just from Malaysia but also overseas, will do part of the degree here in Malaysia with us and then finish up in a top university elsewhere. Many students have gone on to Australia to finish their business degree or psychology degree, and in fact many of them are very happily settled in Australia.
At HELP, we give a lot of attention and care to international students. We have special units to look after them. We will help them to resolve whatever challenges they may face. We help them, but it's not necessary that we solve all the problems for them, because solving problems and challenges are actually a growing process. When you can solve a problem on your own, you actually grow, and that is most important to us.
Professors at ELP Graduate School, we are not just lecturers, we are facilitators. We bring real-life business experience to classroom and facilitate the discussion among the students.
We are affiliated and we are the oldest provider of the University of London programs in the world. We've been doing this for 32 years. There are about 70 centres in the world, and we are one of the premier centres. The most unique point is that all the course content is developed by the London School of Economics, which is a very iconic institution, and we deliver their programs here. Students get their degrees from the University of London.
We also have students who have finished the American program, who then go on to, for instance, either America to some of the top institutions like MIT. They also end up in Canada, and I know that many students have gone on to the Waterloo University. It's a very highly sought after university by Microsoft. We have got graduates who have gone on to head up various government departments.
I chose Help University because I heard a lot about Help University from my friends, and I searched it online, and I got a lot of good and important things for international students, so I decided to came to Malaysia.
For those who wish to acquire a very iconic British degree, they could do it in Malaysia at Help University.
That's really important, isn't it, when you have someone that advises you about the university and how it relates to what you want to do.
There were other universities that carry this program, but they don't focus as much as Help University focuses on this program.
Sarah, was Help the right choice?
Yes, it was the right choice for me, and especially that it's in Malaysia.
If you had one piece of advice for someone that wants to become a researcher, what would it be?
I think for someone who wants to go into any field, the most important thing is to work consistently, put in a lot of time, effort, energy into everything that you do from the beginning of high school. Make sure that every day pays off towards a purpose, and don't get consumed by your dreams.
I asked for one, but that was quite a few. I think you covered it all there. No, that's great, thank you. Well, that's all we have time for. I want to thank you both for being here, for sharing your unconventional choices with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for watching this episode of Crucial Choice. We hope that you found the information useful. We also hope that it will inspire you to take up a career that improves your life and of those around you. Please continue to send your questions to choice@crucialchoice.org. Until the next episode, this is your host, Raj Kapoor, bidding you au revoir. Do you know about Yes to Malaysia? The biggest Malaysian Education Expo event in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from the 14th to the 16th of June. Offering on-the-spot scholarships and free flight tickets to Malaysia upon registration. Please check out the details on www.yesdomalaysia.com.